Hello, welcome back to my channel. It's been a while. TV's on in the background right now. That will change later in today's video. But and the lighting is odd because this one's out and this one is the only one we have. Anyways, all that to say, I am excited to come update you a little bit about what's been going on, what life is right now, a skin update, and a little bit about where my anxiety is at. I haven't shared much about anxiety, but I have some things that have been helping, so I want to share them today. I'm gonna do some scalp health, some skin help, that kind of thing. So anyways, welcome. My name's Mac. If you haven't been here before, make sure you subscribe if you enjoy this kind of content. And if you don't, bye. Just kidding. I mean, yeah, actually. Without any more delay, let's get started. Okay, so I've been doing a hair oil recently this is so dusty because it's been on top of that shelf and there's a lot. I don't know if you can, if I can turn that real quick. See how much stuff is there? So I haven't really moved it to actually dust. And because these bottles get really sticky whenever I pour things out, it's just like made the dust stick to all of them. So anyways, I've been using this. It was the viral rosemary hair oil, natural rosemary oil from Nature Spell. Yeah, I just needed to make sure I said that right. Anyways, so it was viral on TikTok for some time, but I just got it on Amazon. And it smells amazing, does wonders for your hair. The other thing is coconut fractioned oil, and then the last thing is grapeseed oil. So all of these are supposed to be really great for your skin. If you don't know already, I have struggled with perioral dermatitis and just sensitive skin in general. I don't really struggle with acne too bad, but it's more I break out in hives, have reactions to certain essential oils. I don't know which ones actually. I have to be careful not to put perfume on my skin, just on my clothes if I wear it. Yeah, so I've gone through the whole journey of trying to detox and step away from certain toxins and that kind of thing. But honestly, we live in a very processed world, and so I only do it part of the time. So I just use like you can see it's almost out. I think you can see that. Oh, it's almost out. There's only a tiny bit left. But basically, I just do equal parts of these three and go from there. Again, this gets everywhere, so I have to be pretty careful and just do it over the sink. Oh, see? Already spilling. Ooh. Okay, well, it's not going to be equal parts today because I just did that way too much. I think at some point I had vitamin E oil as well, but I don't know where it's at. But that's also supposed to be really good for your hair. That and vitamin A, which I think vitamin A is in one of these without having to add extra, but don't take my word for that. So, okay, should be good. And I'll just kind of swirl it around. So what I like to do is take it kind of in parts, put it on the scalp, and then brush through my hair. And to be honest, my hair's been in a bun for like 2 days, so it's a bit knotty. So it might take a minute, to be honest. I'm also using the viewfinder as a bit of a mirror. So if you see me look in that, I'm not trying to not look at the actual lens. So I don't know if you can see, I just part it like that. Put a bit in. Like that. And then use this to part it again. You can't hear that TV too much. I'm gonna close this to see if it helps. I always do it a tiny bit different. Like sometimes I start at the front because that's what I feel like, well, I feel like the top, this side right here, like this, like the crown of my head is what gets the most itchy and what needs the most moisture. So sometimes I start there so that I put more, and then the rest just kind of massages into the other parts. But I guess I didn't feel like doing that today. So I've been wondering where to kind of talk about some things that have been on my mind. So I'm gonna kind of just dive right in. I am an expat. I am from South Carolina. I live in the UK, if you don't know that already. But because of that, I literally moved here to be a part of a church that my church in the States partnered with. And now I've ended up being here for 7 years. As of like a week ago, it's been 7 years. Hello. Okay, I'll have to come back to this. Okay. Oh goodness, toasty. All right, so I massaged my scalp and I've just put it up out of the way while I finish this conversation. I might actually just brush it massage it a bit more and brush it out while we're talking. So all that being said, I have not met many Christian moms in the influencer space in this country. There's what?
Have to tell you for 3 minutes.
Yeah, do you need help?
Yes.
There you go. Step in.
Okay.
So there's someone that I know of in Cardiff. I was about to say Charleston. No, she does not live in Charleston. She lives in the UK. She lives in Wales. So I know someone from Cardiff, but that's really the only person. So I'm on the lookout for some influencer friends. People that I can make content with, connect with, that share the same beliefs as me, and also are mothers. Don't have to be mothers, but it's always nice. Okay, so once I kind of massage that in and it starts, I feel it in my scalp, massaging. I don't know. Once I start feeling the moisture, my scalp, I just brush the tangles out and then pull the oil down with the brush. I tend to only use this brush before I get in the shower, because if I use it other times, it tends to make my hair oily. The oils just stay on it and don't really evaporate and dry. So Sometimes I use this brush on Tilly's hair because she has such curly hair that it doesn't really matter. And then I am going to show you what I've been using on my face because basically since January I haven't been able to wear makeup. I haven't been able to, oh, you can have it. You take it. Say hi.
Hi.
What's your name? What's your name? Yeah, say, I'm Tilly.
JP, baby.
Sure. Okay, so I have been dealing with this since January, and the sun is really bad for perioral dermatitis. So this summer it got way worse before it got better. I did a lot of research looking up videos like this one on perioral dermatitis and how people healed it on their own versus having help from a GP or a dermatologist. So I went to get help, and by the time I actually have received the medication, so I was prescribed a antibiotic and it's some kind of gel, I don't know, but I'm going to show you the first thing that they prescribed me. Not that one, this one, and it kind of like made it a little bit better, not as red, but it's called Metrogel. I don't know if you can see that. Okay, there we go. And then after that didn't work, I was prescribed this.
Look, my apple.
And that kept it at bay. It helped a lot at first, and then it just like stayed only a tiny bit. You have an apple. How cool. And that's when I was using the second one along with, let me get the soap. So I found this on Pinterest, this like concept, I don't know, someone suggested using this along with medication that you're using. So I was using this twice morning and night for about 2 months. It's zinc therapy soap. It's 2% pyrithione zinc for seborrheic dermatitis and dandruff. So every once in a while I do use this on my scalp. I don't have dandruff, but I have really dry scalp. So because of that, this actually can dry things out, but it's taking care of any underlying cause that I have for the dry scalp, because I do things like this and moisturize all the time. Anyway, so this has been a lifesaver. It does dry you out, so if you struggle with dry skin, you might want to find some sort of moisturizing something or another to help. But sometimes moisturizers can make the perioral dermatitis worse, so it could just be going back and forth. Anyway, so I've used this for probably like 4 months now, and I'm only halfway through my second bar of soap. So I just put a tiny bit on my hands, put it around my mouth, and wash it off. At first it would like, whenever it was really bad, it would like burn a tiny bit. And so as soon as I would feel that like tingling burn. Yeah? Hello? Your daddy will be home soon. As soon as I would feel that, I would go ahead and just rinse it off. Yeah. Slothy. Yeah. And you've got a rash around your mouth too, along with some snot and food. Yeah, Tilly. And what's my name?
Mommy.
Yeah. Okay, so that is what kind of, honestly, that and not wearing makeup, and I've been using fluoride-free toothpaste, this brand. I don't know if it's on Amazon, but if it is, I'll link it. in the description. But what I haven't used, and I'm keeping it just in case I get a flare at some point in the future, whatever that may be. Oh, that's okay. We'll just keep an eye out and let me know whenever he pulls up. Okay. Okay. Is this antibiotic? It's limacicline? I don't know. Apparently you have to make sure, like 110% sure that you will not get pregnant on it. So luckily enough, I am not. And then the gel, the next step up, again, you can't be pregnant with this, is Epiduo. So it's 2 different types of gel combined. So there are 2 different types of medicine in a gel, which is this is really funny. Why am I trying to say this and not just showing you? Adapalene and benzoyl peroxide. So you can have a look at that. There we go. There we go. Okay, anyways, let's get it to focus back on my face. So I'm gonna just keep those until they are out of date. They're in date for a year, so I'm gonna keep them until they run out of date. If I flare up, I will go ahead. Since I'm on the coil, I really don't have to worry about the whole like getting pregnant thing. Yeah, and if it flares up again, I'll probably start right back on this so that it takes care of it, because with perioral dermatitis it takes longer. Like, you have to keep taking medication even after it's gone, which is why I'm still using this soap. I'm using it a few times a week rather than twice a day. So that will be... I'll see you guys once the kids are down for bed. Okay. Okay, so Dan is working on the kids going to bed. I am gonna take my contacts out and probably shower. So they gave me some new contact solution for sensitive eyes, so I'm hoping that will be a little bit better than what I had the last time I did the 2 bi-weekly contacts. So we will see how it goes. Okay, so shower done. I'm gonna brush my hair. This is my other brush. It's amazing on Tilly's head because it pushes that way. So whenever you're brushing out tangles, it only catches what is like not gonna hurt, if that makes sense. A little bit of backstory on my anxiety is it kind of started whenever I was probably like 5 years old. The anxiety, the outworking of anxiety at that point was we would go around the room doing phonics and it would get to me and I just wouldn't answer. And so they thought I was having trouble with reading, as did my parents. I went to tutoring and all sorts, which in the long run I actually do think I was struggling with the reading, and in that setting of the pressure and everything, I was then feeling the anxiety, I guess. Throughout my life there were different points where the anxiety was worse. By the time I was like 15 or 16, I ended up on medication. When Dan and I got married, I decided about 6 months in that everything seemed stable, everything was good. Decided to get off of it, and then a few months after that, I got pregnant. I went through pregnancy totally fine, had Jace, and about 5 months in, I started having uncontrollable panic attacks, like from the time I would wake up to the time I went to sleep to waking up several times a night, heart racing, palpitations, shaking, feeling nauseous. It was just one thing right after the other. So, and that happened for about 2 solid weeks before I was actually able to talk to a GP here in the UK. And as soon as they spoke to me, they were willing to, get me on a postpartum anxiety list with the CBT therapist. And then, oh no, my battery's dying. And then, yeah, so basically I started medicine then, and I haven't come off of it. It's been 4 years now, so that's that. I'm totally fine on them, but I still have panic attacks occasionally, sometimes worse than others, but I have found something that's amazing, and it's Grass & Co. Relax. It's my take mushrooms, and it's capsules. It has magnesium in it. I don't know if there's anything else in it, but basically this stuff, you take 1 or 2, and it will, within 10 minutes, my heart rate will go down, I will stop shaking. It's such a game changer for me. So if you're interested in any of they have several different mushrooms in capsules that you could try out. It's like 5 different types. They also have a replacement for coffee, which I'm very excited to try pretty soon. So yes, I feel like I've been sharing loads of like things that I've been trying and what's been working, but I feel so passionate about these things and these topics that I have to share. So I have a discount code for these guys. I don't make anything off of what the discount or anything like that. It's just friends and family discount, and you can find it in the description. I'm pretty sure it's MAC20. Yes, it is MAC20, the discount code for Grass & Co. It has to be on their website. It is MAC20, MAC20. So thank you for hanging out with me tonight. The shower made me feel a lot better, but it's definitely been a good little catch up. So thanks for hanging out. If you like videos like this, please subscribe, and make sure you follow me on Instagram. See you next time.